Welcome back. Thank you for clicking on the video, and it is a beautifully warm March still, yeah, beautifully warm. So yeah, the cow we were watching in the last video, half an hour later, gave birth, a lovely big red calf, so that was awesome. I am not entirely sure where we're at. I know I think we're at 45 calved -3. So we're at 42. It's either 42 or 43 cow-calf pairs right now. So it's kind of nice to be rocking through there, get up closer to that halfway done, be nice here. So what am I doing? Well, as you can see, where I've already been, the snow was kind of sitting on the summer road, so as it was melting, it was keeping the summer road wet. And I can't have that because I've still got a lot of bales to haul, so the sooner the road dries out, the better. There is more snow forecasted for Friday, so if I can get this cleaned off as much as possible, then it'll be easier to clean up after Friday's snowstorm. We'll be busy enough as it is. So I'm just shoving it. You can see the edge of the road right there. So this sun will get this all melting pretty quick, and then hopefully we can start getting this dried off. Yeah, you can see it's already starting. That was stuff I did yesterday. So I'm just gonna finish down here around the gateway into the bale yard, and then we'll get about our day. One cow and calf to tag and process. She's a bigger cow, so she might be a bit of a handful, but the boss lady is going to be home this afternoon. She's currently off at work wearing her municipal hat, so we'll get on. Beautiful baby. And pair of eagles. The eagles are back, Mr. Brodo. The eagles. That's a heifer. Dang it.
That was a tight squeeze. So we got a mama here who tried to take out the big man. So she has bought herself a trip to the train station. Yeah, I hear you, but it's a little late to plead your case now, Dolly. The baby we're gonna try and graft onto the mama who had the stillborn baby. So that is the plan. The question is how we get her onto there without anybody running into some serious safety issues. So stay tuned. Here we are now, set up. Put the baby on the truck. Now, Mama, you just walk on this truck for us, dear. Would be great. Do one good thing in the last moments of the Shire. Come on. On you go.
Holy moly. Well, we're heading north of the trailer, so you know the cow is on the trailer, and I'm here, so you know I made it, and I can assure you the boss lady is A-OK. She was never completely in danger, but needless to say, the cab got back off the trailer. Yeah, but ironically, because there was oats on the floor of the trailer, the cow was really interested in it, and she was getting kind of confused. Plus, she hated me enough. So yeah, I gave her a smack to the butt with the gate, and she jumped on the trailer, and we grabbed the door, and the baby managed to get out of the way, so the baby stayed home, because I was quite prepared to put the baby in the trailer with her. And then when we unloaded her at Cadillac's she would run, and then we would just slam the door and take the baby home. But the baby's staying at home. So in one of the next clips, you will see us try to coax Raven into the maternity pen with her deceased baby, and we'll try and do the old switcheroo. So, ironically, the cow that's in the trailer last week, I could touch her tail head. She was not a pet, but you could touch her on the way by, and she wouldn't like get daft and run away. But we noticed after she calved, she was hyper. And so Mrs. Piper Doug went back through her records, and it turns out, for those who've been here for at least a year, she has a daughter to Area 51 that left last year. Area 51 is one of the cows, her and 66, that were ones that we've been trying to corral and get off the farm for a couple of years. We've just never had the right opportunity to grab them safely and trailer them out. Now, she leaves behind, frost boiled. She leaves behind a lovely bull calf, so fingers crossed, Raven, like I said, talk about hit the lottery, that calf, if we get Raven to look after him, she's a stunning wee cow, so. But yeah, so it turns out she's a 51. So, the downside to this is, there is a 51 on the south side of the road in the second timers, who is still to calve for the first time, so she's a 3-year-old. So that's a little worrying. So we're gonna have to be DEFCON 10 with her if she calves and assess her. So I see there's a mobile pipeline crossing the road up here, so we'll be waiting. And going by the shadows, we are heading south again. So big shout out to Gina and the crew up there at Titan Livestock. Cadillacs. Yeah, like I said, I just texted her an hour ago and said, "Are you taking cows?" And she's like, "Yep, if you can be here before 5, because I gotta go pick up some groceries at the co-op." Now you know you're small town when that's when your cattle buyer's answer is. So yeah, as you saw in the previous clip, managed to figure out the gates, get it safely done, get her up there. So yeah, that sack of mental weighed up 1,660 pounds post-calving weight, which is pretty darn good because I figured she was an 1,800 pound cow. And with cull fats prices really strong right now, I think book price prior to shrink, $1.85, I think is what she said. For a mid-aged fats cow is $1.85, which is super great. So yeah, we get to keep the calf grafted on, hopefully, to Raven, and we get $3,000 in our pocket. So, and we get to stay safe. Because if I'm in that calf pen, giving medications to any sick calves, I don't want to be worried for my life, and I definitely don't want Mrs. Piper Doug or the kids to not be able to enjoy zoomies. Well, it's having that darkness looming around the bale feeder, so that's why me and the boss lady, we committed to that this year. We are only going to be keeping cows that we like, cows that we enjoy, and at the end of the year we will do another little check over, and yeah, so that's us. We are going to be downsizing the herd to all the favorites and ones that don't cause issues, and working from there. So yeah, another step. I don't know what happened here. Somebody's had a bad day. Anyone know what kind of chrome that is? Is that Nissan? Yeah, that's a Nissan badge. you do? Bad day. Hey, sweet girl. Got some green there for you. Just gotta calm down. So, I dragged the baby, the dead baby out there beside the live one. So, her attention will be looking on that direction. So, I think we'll let her calm down in here. Hey, mama. And then after supper, we'll put her in the headlock and draw her quarters out because she hasn't been drunk from yet. Oh, you just splatted me. Her quarters haven't been drawn yet. Darling, don't. And then we'll go from there. Yeah. Yeah, she doesn't like being closed up. She has a pet, but she doesn't like being shut in here. Yeah. I'll leave her be. I gotta get the feeding done. Got the peanut gallery here. Oh, we're almost done. So, just the bolts to do. The draw bolts. So I found smaller hinges in my stash. They'll do. Not greatly happy with them because they're really chintzy Chinesium ones, so they were melting pretty quickly, even on the low setting on the stick. So good thing is this one, these are not high pressure gates. The other pen that's already there, because that's going to be a holding, like a long-term holding pen. That one, yeah, it's probably going to see a little bit more action, but this will hold. It's got hot glue on it, so yeah, the welds are respectable to a degree. Anyway, it's the end of the night. I'm gonna go do last check. We'll see you tomorrow, folks.
What's up today, Piper Doug?
More drama.
No drama. Hey, Bo. Bowie had a baby sometime in the night, right beside a mom and another baby. So we're just not sure if Bowie's a little confused, and we're not sure if the baby has eaten. So Piper Doug's gonna try and feed it, see how that goes. Hey, Bo. Atta girl. Get some colostrum in there, get a good start.
Another 100+ pounder. Don't lick the poop. Come in. Come on, baby girl.
She's got vocal cords. Wrong side of the fence, Jenny. And back again. Happening here, Piper Doug?
24 hours later. Oh, baby. She's got a hard quarter, and he's getting taught not to access it. But this is a very good sign.
It helps that it's Raven, and she's a sweetheart.
You can stay on the back one. Oh, the fact that she's not kicking him, she pushes him whenever he goes near the back quarter.
Which he just did. Now he's on the back again.
Had a go. You'll get green in a minute.
That a girl, Raven. He is tenacious.
Yeah. Considering it's only 24 hours and she's not in a headlock.
Yep. Slow and steady. Still going. Every time someone makes a noise out there. You're doing great, Raven.
I love how he clings to it.
Mm-hmm. It's all good signs so far. She's a good mama.
Yeah, we might need to do up some small square bales for next season.
Mm-hmm. Hey, Bo. How are you two doing now?
You know what's going on? It's her leg under your leg.
She got any milk in her belly yet?
Nah, probably just what we gave her. Yeah, I don't know whether she just had a hard birth. She's just weak. I need to supplement her a little bit more. Not pushing too big. man, talk about a day the difference makes. Where I was pushing the snow off the edge. Look at this, it's drying up already. Now I know we have snow coming tomorrow night, but woo! Love it, love it, love it all. Woo-hoo. First pump of the year, baby. So yeah, we use this little red line pump to pump out the loop. And then we've got to go buy a new gas pump to help with the yard till the drain's clear. So, yahoo! Well, looky-loo. Oh, where'd they go? Right there on top of the bale. I think that's one of them. Yeah, we've got a crew of raccoons. Yeah, you can just see the eyes right there. See if we can get the light. There's a whole crew of them. I don't know if they're living in the bales, but yeah, they're sneaking in and around. I don't know what they're up to, but so yeah, nice to see Bowie. Her wee baby was kind of slow off the start. Had very I don't know whether it was just a bad birth, but had very weak back legs. I think you saw that in a previous clip. So baby is up and bopping around and drinking and couldn't ask for a better mother. So lovely. Well, I'm gonna go into the workshop. Well, she's done. And kind of like the maker, it ain't pretty, but it's strong and it ain't going nowhere. Yeah, I gotta find time to get into the city and get another bottle of gas, because you get all of this smoke. Well, a lot of that comes from the galvanize that's on those draw bolts, but it'll work. This way we can get this into the calving barn and have all 4 pans accessible. That way that if this snowstorm turns into anything we need to worry about, which it won't, and we have a bunch of babies, we can chuck them all in with mummies and all be good. I don't know about that cat. It's not right in the head. It'll work. Yeah, like I said, we're gonna put it in and then we'll use hose clamps to strap everything together. And then once we're sure everything works as it should, where it should, then we'll drill the holes and make up clamps and bolts for the whole lot to be good. So I'll meet you outside again. So we're still waiting for IN to be number 2 in the second timer's pen. Yeah, I went and bought a big bag of salt today. So we'll get all the drains salted to try and thaw them out. Coming week it's supposed to get warm. It's supposed to be springtime. And yeah, we're currently 6 babies medicated for scours. We're talking to our vet. So yeah, we're going to be finding a way that we're going to be able to scour boss all the cows that we're taking going forward. Looks like it'll be December time. We'll be vaccinating them all. Raven is doing well. You saw in a previous clip, she's standing for the baby. And I'm not really sure they're quite matched up yet, but that's only 24 hours. So I think it's going amazingly well considering. So the wind has switched out of the east, so no doubt we'll probably have a bunch of babies tomorrow, which is good because we need to get going. Bowie's doing tremendous up there with her baby. A couple in here, but nobody's doing anything. We've got an older girl who's for the Golden Girls pen, a big IN. She's got a little bit of a prolapse, but it only happens when she lays down, so we're keeping an eye on her. But big shout out to Mrs. Piper Doug. I had seen it in a video before, but I'd never paid no mind to it. There's my proper English. But she was doing her homework, looking into scours, and then she was Googling about prolapses, and it said cover the prolapse in sugar. It helps shrink the tissue somehow. I don't know how that works. So yeah, she went and got a big cup of sugar, and she distracted Diane, and I walked up behind her and threw the sugar on her, and came back out later on in the afternoon. She was up eating and her prolapse was back in. So big shout out to the boss lady. Yeah. So I'm gonna sign off here, because I think everybody has done what they're ever going to be doing until early morning. Nobody's doing nothing. So thank you for watching, everybody. Fingers crossed for us. We're right on the edge of this big storm, so fingers crossed we're not going to get the 20-30 centimeters they're talking about. 3 or 4 inches is what we usually get out of these March storms. The in like a lamb out like a lion nonsense. So anyway, yeah, so by the time you're watching this, we might already know. It's supposed to be a bit of a chance of snow in the afternoon tomorrow, and then tomorrow night into Friday is when it's supposed to roll through, but it's supposed to curl up around us, so fingers crossed. It just skips us because I really like to try and get this place dried up. And yeah, fingers crossed for this pair. There's MJ and her baby. That's the only one of the second timers who was a first timer calving 3-year-old. Right there, she's doing great. Oh. Yeah, and there you go. I saw in BCP's last video, he was saying about he has a cow that would be more at home at the Shire, at Piper Doug's Wreck-It Ranch. And you saw us taking a cow up the road that would even be a standout at BCP Farm and Trucking's Bar 7 Ranch for being a little wild. So it just goes to show you. Anyway, yeah, I'm done. So we started pumping out all the ponds before the drains free up, but I dragged them all back into the shop because it is cold. Everything's frozen up again tonight, so didn't want to do any damage. And tomorrow we're not supposed to get above freezing, so we'll get back at it as soon as the storm passes. So thanks for watching. Hope to see you in the next episode. Maybe have a chat with you down in the comment section, and if you haven't already, subscribe please. Growing our little channel just bit by bit. And yeah, we'll see you all the next time. Teddy bye.